We started playing Kentucky Route Zero on Tuesday. It was a random wheel roll. Starting off, I was cautiously enthusiastic about it. I liked the setting of it. I immediately thought Conway was a cool character. I kind of jived with that character. But I feel like the problem kind of quickly became that it felt a little bit like the game had. I don't think the game has an identity problem, but I think it will naturally have an identity problem for a lot of players. And by that I mean that, and I said this at the start of the stream too. I mean that when I start playing a game like this, I have some anticipations in my brain, and if the game doesn't immediately dissuade those, then I'm going into it with the wrong mindset. Where my mindset in this was, this will be a kind of short game with a lot of different secrets in it. A game where you will play through it multiple times. Depending on how you interact with things, it will change your character, change the world, and then you go through the game multiple times and do that. It's not that type of game. That's not what the game is. Your choices in the game are irrelevant. They change nothing. Whatever options you choose, they're just kind of there to, as you dynamically play through this stage play, basically. Then my second thought was that there would be some plot twist. There will be something that happens in the game that will change the dynamic of it. That will make me go, oh, that makes some. Okay, cool. Not that type of game either. It's just it's a interactive stage play, I guess they want to call it. If the game isn't fun, it needs to still do something interesting with that. That's what makes Pathology interesting. Yeah, Pathology is a good example of a game that, well, to be fair, I thought Pathology was a lot of fun, but it's also a type of game that I like. But yeah, Pathologic is a good example of a game like that. I think The Last of Us Part 2, Part 1 as well, honestly, but Part 2 in particular, also a pretty good example. Last of Us Part 2, a extremely miserable game. Just a misery simulator. It's a game that's meant to make you feel really, really, really bad. But I think a game needs to try to make you feel something. And I think Kentucky Route Zero failed that for me. And I think there's a lot of reasons that this could be, though honestly, and actually I'll get back to this in a little bit. So I think the issue with the game is that it doesn't set expectations very clearly at the start. And I wanted to quit it after the first stream, but I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go into I'm going to go into this today, and I'm going to have a clear mind. I'm going to play this as just a straight story. I'm just going to get into the characters. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to think about like any overarching plots much or what like crazy thing is about to happen. I'm just going to play it as if it's a story. And I had some fun doing that. But honestly, some of those moments, like the entertainment and the Sandu thing, were some of the worst things I've ever experienced in any game. The entertainment in particular was honestly mind-bogglingly bad. Just straight up the worst gameplay segment I've ever experienced in my entire life. A straight story that hit David Lynch film. They were inspired by David Lynch for this, apparently. I read that on their Wikipedia page. I don't think I have it open anymore, but apparently, according to their Wikipedia page, they were inspired by David Lynch, so... for what that's worth. That's never a good sign. Yeah, I generally agree with what we read about the game from that Reddit post. I think that being inspired by David Lynch is like saying our thing makes no sense and we don't want to explain it. Yeah, and it's here's the thing for me, and here's what I'll say about this. I don't think it has to make sense at all, as long as the characters are engaging. And the characters in this are kind of engaging, but then the problem becomes an abundance of pointless dialogue, where you're just kind of talking to talk. And I guess that builds into this stage play thing. But then, I think that if they voice acted this game, that might have been a redeeming factor that could fix this game for a lot of people. If they got some really good voice actors in, first of all, they might fix some of this pretentious dialogue. Because when you hear people read the dialogue, you might be like, wow, you don't sound like a person right now. You sound like a robot. That's part one. Part two is then you can at least live into the stage play, right? Like, one of the things about watching a play is hearing people talk to you, right? Like imagine, I'm imagining like a stage play now. Imagine Hamilton, but instead of them singing, they're holding up like little cue cards with like their like lyrics on them. It would just be weird, right? Kojima's things don't make sense, but at least he explains. Yeah, true. Explaining like 90% of a Kojima game because it takes that long to unravel his insane plots. And I honestly, I think if this was voice acted, I might have survived it. But some of these segments were like mind-blowingly tedious to the point where I was debating giving up. I was falling asleep. I was just extremely tired. So yeah, I can appreciate things that are different, and I can appreciate anyone that thinks this is the best game ever made. If you really enjoyed this game, that's cool. I'm not gonna diss anyone for that. I'm gonna say you're wrong. But I will put a big question mark around why is this a game? What in this requires it to be a game? Like, what interactive parts of this would be worse if it's a book? Earlier I talked about Immortality. Immortality only works in its format as a game. Immortality is all about scanning through scenes, moving the scenes together, trying to figure out the like an ongoing narrative, and then you have these I'm not gonna spoil the game, but there's a underlayer that requires interactivity for you to play the game. Basically, you can't have that in any other format. It has to be a game. Well, maybe you could. I can't imagine it though. With this, like, the only parts of this that that need to be a game are you making pointless dialogue options or pointless in maneuvering around the map to pointless locations where you do pointless things, right? Like at the start of the game, I explored the entire map. We went into places because I was like, oh, this might be important, but then it turns out it wasn't important. It was just we just moved to a place and it's just like you walk in, there's a rat standing on a trash can. You leave. Like, oh, okay. I was like, maybe if I'd like grabbed some cheese first or something, I could have done something, but yeah. So if we look beyond the fact that you do have dialogue options in this, beyond the dialogue options, is there anything in this that requires to be a game? And based on what I read from people that like the game, that doesn't seem to be the case, right? Like the one we read, he says, no, it was an experience very much like reading a book or seeing a play. That's what this person is saying. The person that thought the game, that they love it. They said, like reading a book or seeing a play. So why not make it a book or a play then, right? Like, I might enjoy this as a book, maybe. Trash Can Rat was a real symbol of the times, yeah. Yeah, I don't see any reason to finish this. I'm not enjoying it. I think it's too tedious, it's too slow. It lacks any purpose, any semblance of like nothing's driving me forwards because I'm not even curious like what lies at the end of the road. I don't even I was kind of curious and I was hoping we would get there, but the fact that I've been streaming for almost 6 hours today sounds maybe like 40 minutes eating food, and I'm still in Act 3. That's insane to me. I should say that I watched 10 seconds of a review and apparently there is an aha moment. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't get to it and I don't care about it, so. I think, yeah, but I think it just, probably know we passed it already. Aha, you played this crap, loser. I think that I think if it was voice acted, that might be a saving grace for it. I think it should have been voice acted. I think this is a game that would benefit from having some really good voice actors in it that could bring these characters to life where you were like, oh man, I can't Conway, I want to like listen to Conway again, right? That could be really, really good. But I just think it lacks purpose. Like nothing in this game is. First of all, it doesn't make sense enough that you understand anything that's going on, so you can't be invested in that. It has no gameplay to speak of, no puzzles, no a real interactivity at all. Pointless choices, right? So the choices don't even matter. So from a replayability perspective, it doesn't really make much difference, I guess. Yeah, I think if anything, it should just be shorter. I think in the time I've invested in this game, I should be done with it. I think that's what I would put like a big pin on. I think in the what like 10 hours I played this game or something, I think I should just be done with it. I think that should be it, finito. Like, you're done, you finished the game, went through the story, everyone's happy, happy runs together. Supposed to be a stage play, it should be voice, no one goes to theatering. Yeah, exactly, right? That seems like a mind-boggling choice to me, but I mean, it could be a budget thing too. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. And ultimately, maybe some people would have hated it. I mean, like, I don't want it to be voiced. I liked it non-voiced. I like reading through the things and enjoying the the writing. I forgot what the word for like putting words together cool is, but those people are not. No, I mean, I can appreciate games that pander to very specific audiences, because what they do, unlike most games, is that for me this is garbage, but for another person this is the best game ever. And if this game didn't pander to that person, then its value is lost, right? But its value to that person is way more than something like Assassin's Creed will be to all people. Because Assassin's Creed is just trying to be generic. It's just a generic game for generic people, right? It's a game that you don't invest into. So a very few minority people will, but it's not designed like that. It's designed to appeal to a majority. Well, a game like this is designed to appeal to a specific subset of people, and for those people, this would be their favorite game ever. And those experiences are always the best, right? Like Return of the Obra Dinn, one of my favorite games ever. That game is not for everyone, but because it isn't, it is for me specifically, right? And that's good, I think. For those people, I mean, people that like artsy-fartsy stuff. It's just an artsy-fartsy game, you know? If you are someone that... let's say you like stage plays, let's say that you like books, let's say that you want something that like combined the two elements, right? Of a stage play and a book into one, where you're kind of playing out this dynamic stage play where you choose the lines, because that's what you're doing in this. You choose what the lines are, because any character can speak, any character can ask questions, so there's a lot of like dynamic there. And if you're just that person and you're sitting there and you're kind of just like letting the waves wash over you, and if your brain can comprehend what the artists are trying to tell you, probably a really good game for you. For me though, literal straight garbage. And I will rate it accordingly. I think I've said what I need to say about it. Like, I want to preface again that if you like this game, that's awesome. I don't like it. I don't think it's very good. I think it has some flaws that are just like impossible for me to overcome. Gonna be this year's sub 4 game. No, sub 4 would have to be like, when I say garbage for me, I don't mean like a 1 score. Sub like a 5 or less for me, or less than a 5 for me, has to be like unplayable poo-poo doo-doo. With this game, I will always give people credit for trying things. I will always give them credit for creating compelling things, and there are parts of the game that are compelling. I mean, I enjoyed it enough to give it a second try. I like Conaway. I like the kind of art style control scheme they have going for them. I actually thought that was pretty cool. So it has substance. The game does have a little bit of substance. It's just, I don't know if I would call this a game. This game was called Kentucky. Alright. Here. Poop. Here's our rating list. We have the sound of the game in the background. The AR to CR ratio is gonna be bonkers, probably. Okay. 10, flawless masterpiece. 9, everyone should play this. 8, great experience worth playing. 7, good, play if sounds fun. 6, alright, play if you like the genre. 5, average. 1 for what it full costs. So, I think a reasonable score for a game like this usually would be somewhere in the 6s. That would be like a reasonable score for a game like this. Alright, I would give this a 1. Yeah, but that's why I'm the professional video game rater, and you are Dualius, the Ni no Kuni player. Um, like a great score for this game would be like a high 6, a low 7, I think. I'd give Ni no Kuni a 3. Like I think if you're trying to be a little bit objective with your rating and you really like this game, then I think like a high 6 or a 7 is where this game, a game like this might land. But I do think this game lacks some of the building blocks to really to get there for me. I6 alright to play for like the genre. What genre? Well, listen, I'm saying games like this, Dwalius. I'm not saying this game. I can't with good conscience rate this game a 6. Because I'm quitting it. And I'm not quitting it because I'm like, oh, this was fun, but I don't want to stream it. I'm quitting it because I don't ever want to play this game again. What are other games like this? I feel the same about some of the other games this guy mentioned, like What Remains of Edith Finch. Is that the one we played? What Remains? Yeah, like I would feel the same about this, about What Remains of Edith Finch, and I rated it accordingly. See what I mean? But this game, I feel like does something that this game doesn't. I feel like What Remains of Edith Finch at least. It's like a little bit compelling, which I don't feel like this game is compelling almost at all, I would say. This would play like one of us of Pathologic, and they can't even handle this game. Sad. Pathologic is a great game. Pathologic is great. Alright. So, literally no doubt a 5. Where on the 5s, though, is... Spare a prayer for me. I watched 10 hours of this. Say a little prayer for you. I'm gonna go jogging after this. 40 streams of Persona 5 Royale. We can't even do 2 streams of KRC. Well, we did 2. I can't do 3 though. I cannot play this game again. I will actually. I will fall asleep. You guys don't understand how much I struggled to not just dip out during the stream. I think I almost fell asleep at one point. Okay. Somebody gave up at giving a 5 rigged score. No, I don't think that's a bad. I think that's a reasonable score for this game. It just says a 4 so it does not deserve a 4. A 4 is for like a lower than an average. Lower than average is for people that literally have no clue what they're doing. They're not trying to do anything. They're not trying to accomplish anything. There's no vision for the game. It's unplayable. It's boring. It's bad in every way imaginable. Whatever I think about Kentucky Road Zero, at least the positive thing I can say about it is that unlike a lot of games, at least there will be a subset of people that would love this game. So regardless what I think about it and what you guys think about it, at least I can say that about it, right? And as long as I can say that, I can't give it less than a 5. If I was gonna rate it just based on my own enjoyment, nothing else, I'm just gonna rate it on it, I would give it a 1. Or a 2. I would just be a straight 2. I would just say like, okay, it's a 2. I think that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 is below average. What? This is a graphic novel with too many pages and weird writing. I can appreciate the. Here's the redeeming factors for this game, and why I'm comfortable putting this on a 5, despite the fact that I hate it. 1. I think that the stage play type game is actually interesting, and I would love to see that done in a better way. Meaning, I love the idea of being in a scene with characters and then having a bunch of dialogue options that are just kind of like that aren't forced. I don't know what word it is. You know what I mean? You can Conway can speak, or Shannon can speak, or Ezra can speak, and if you choose one, then that's their line. They said that, and then the other lines go away sometimes. I really like that concept. That's kind of cool. That's actually a really cool concept because it makes it feel like a play, actually. like a dynamic play where the characters are kind of just taking the turn saying things and maybe improvising a little bit. That's awesome. Two, if the game was voiced, I might actually have enjoyed it. I I can't say that for sure, but that means that there's enough in this game to at least say that it could have been an enjoyable experience. And three, regardless of my feelings on the game, I think that a lot of people, I think that a small subset of people play this game and it changes their lives. Yeah. Oh, sorry. What the hell? What games on your list have you scored a 5? But it's your rating, and not everyone's rating. Well, like that's that one is for the 3 people who enjoyed this. If you hate this, a crap rating. Wrong, because just like my mentor, my virtual mentor, who I never spoke to, Total Biscuit, I enjoy attempting to be a little bit objective with my ratings. Meaning that I want to give a rating that I feel like sort of objectively describes the game. That someone should be able to look at my rating and say, okay, I get what type of game this is. I understand. I give this a 5.9. Well, basically would have thrown this out the window and Gemma would have helped him. No, I don't know about that. 0.9, yeah. Pandering, yes. Industry plan. Dude, I love that the reaction to a 5.9 is that I rated it too high. You're like, what the hell, a 5.9? As if this is some sort of monster score when it's literally one of the worst games I've ever reviewed. Oh, I gotta give Logan his foot medicine. One of the worst is giving Doin's pity points. I don't even know if Doin's like this game. I have no idea. If I recommend this game, it would be minus 100. The 5 was bad enough. I was ready to write at a 5.2. I think the 5.9 is accurate, because with only possibly a few missing pieces, this game could have been bearable. Shorter, maybe. Voiced, maybe. If it was voiced, maybe I would have liked it. If it was shorter, maybe I would have liked it. So, and this is with in mind when we're talking about like a 6 is if you like the genre, right? Meaning that I don't think this hits the mark of a genre game where I could say, oh, you liked this game? Oh, you'll probably like this game. I don't think it hits that mark, but I think it's like almost there, maybe. So you're saying less of a game would have made it better? Yeah, sure. The whole thing about subjective is weird too, because you're doing your rating, not a critic rating. What do you mean? I mean, it's the Endaline rating is meant to be subjective, objective. It's meant to be an objective rating, yeah. Is Enda objectively rating something? Because art is objective. Kentucky Fried Chicken. What the hell? Oh, there we go. Alright. A 6.1. That's pretty good. So it got, critics gave it a 6.1, users gave it a 6.3. Oh yeah. That's fair. 10 reviews. Let me Google the right game. Kentucky Route 0. We have PC edition, but I'm just gonna do this one. 8.6, 6.9. I did like the dog. The dog was pretty cute. The KFC dating sim would have been a better game to play. Maybe. Played. What date is it today? Let's see. This is the 8 Aug. 8 AUG 2024. We played this game for a grand total of... In a new status category, abandoned. I'll write it in the notes. I gave up on this game. For real, for real. $10.9 hours. If you don't know what all the games have rated this poorly, we can go take a quick gander if you want. Sinking City, only game we have below 4.9. We Become What We Behold is a 5. Spooky is 5.2. Drawing is 5.3. A Way Out is 5.4. Spud is 5.5. Asylum Visitors is 5.5. Juice Galaxy is 5.6. Fallback is 5.7. True to Shell is 5.9. Titanfall 2 is 5.9. Kentucky Road Zero is 5.9. This one got Spud only got a 5.5. Yeah. well, we haven't. This is not the true rating because I haven't finished the game yet. Where's the objective rating for 1996 Classic? That is an objective rating. I have to rate the games on a certain level of potentiality of the game, right? Rated point for worst but finished the game. Yes, because Spud doesn't have any potential to be better than a 5.5. It can't be better than that. Literally no potential to be anything more. There's something that they could do to Spud. I'm like, oh, if they'd done this, then it would have been great. Kentucky Road Zero has potential, right? It has potential to be better. There's a potential there. Titanfall 2 has no potential to be better. Well, maybe a little bit, but I think this lighting next to Shusha Charles makes perfect sense to me. I'd be like, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. If that's potential, you can see those reindeer boobs. Okay, that's actually a really, really good point. Alright. But yeah, that's actually a really, really good point. just have a link to a picture that's just the reindeer boobs. I don't know, the scale has been tainted to me and is now irrelevant. Cool. Listen, Jace, if I care anything about what you think, then that might hurt me much. You're the last person I would ever ask for game rating advice. Yeah, that's a good vote for it. Wow, rude! You hate everything that is art. You're like, oh, this is bad. This is bad. You need to. How much Kentucky Route Zero did you watch? You probably watched a total of like 30 minutes of this. Yeah, see what I mean? Why would I give a fuck about your opinion, bitch? And a bit. All right, and I hated every second of it. Good. Actually, you know what? Since Jace didn't like it, I actually think I might rate it higher. Actually, you know what? I take it back. There we go. I'll give it a 9.9 then. I gotta. If I'm not in the game, I can't see my cursor. It's one of those games. Only showing the scale is truly tainted. I think this was pretty reasonable of a score here. I think you know, looking at the audience around it, I think that was actually pretty reasonable. I'm actually very happy with that score. Just because he's nice, but I think, wow, he really enjoyed this. I'm going to redeem the sequel. I don't even know if Joyce likes this game. I don't even know if he's played it. I have no idea. I don't even know why he recommended it. Kentucky Route 1. Have these people made any other game? Kentucky Route 0 PC. Cardboard computer. Tree Lane Game Collection. Oh yeah, these are there's a free virtual exhibition of video games created from the 21st International Exhibit of Trimlane, Milano. Oh, either Doins likes this or hates. So I think I can see Doins liking this. This is like a type of game that Doins might enjoy. I don't know though. This seems a little bit niche even for Doins, but Doins does like artsy fartsy stuff, but this is a little bit too artsy fartsy even for Doins. I'm not sure. Statistically picking from the achievement count, you want to play in this game past Act 2. The worst part is, okay, Act 2, repeated loop of going up and down in an office elevator and talking to disinterested, busy and boring workers drones. Most people don't want you there, and you don't want to be there either. Taking through banal dialogue that's just absorbing time instead of, like, this part, I like this description. I don't think he doesn't own the game. Damn. Jesus Christ. They weren't wrong. We were one of the people that got like here. .8% of people have this one. I don't know what that is though. So this is Act 4? But is Act 4 again? I don't know. There's supposed to be 5 acts, right? My stats, I played for 15 minutes and I have 0 achievements. That's fair. Alright, listen, I gotta go jog. I need to put some salve on Logan's pussies. So I safecade on this menu and thought, nah, this game is too crap and uninstalled. I think that was a succinct, well, not succinct, but I think that was a good review of the game. I'm pretty happy it ended up on my list. I think that's a pretty good place for it when I looked at the games. They're like Shoot Charles. I kind of get the kind of the same vibe from that, I guess. I definitely pressed play at least. Well, it will definitely go down in history as a video game that we played. I'm not happy and I'm unsubbing in protest. Well, hey, listen, Jace. If you do that, then I'm gonna unsub your mod statues. Try me. Alright, Dude, what the hell? Don't use the P word, man. What are you doing, man? Where are we gonna head? Where are we gonna head? Oh, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. I gotta go. What the dude? No way you just did that, man. There's no way you just did that, man. I don't believe that for a second. Where do we? I don't know where to go. Lemba stop streaming because I've spent too much time rambling. Do I just end stream? Yeah, I'll probably just end stream, huh? You tapped it wrong. It's also sure. I guess we'll just end stream. I don't feel like going anywhere. I gotta leave immediately, so I don't want to like raid someone that we don't usually raid. Run away. Alright. Video game people. There he is. That's the guy. He's right there. Thanks for what the hell? Where's your stream at? Where's your stream at? It's him. That's the guy. That's the guy with the stream. Where is it? He should be thanking you for suffering here. He hasn't even been that long. He probably ended the stream like 15 minutes ago. If I'm, let's go look. Salemba, Twitch. It's the guy who stole your idea to play Mario really fast. Wait, did he really do that? I think he had the stream literally like 15 minutes ago. Have a good evening. I have some people I could raid, but I really don't want to raid someone we don't usually raid when I have to go immediately, because then I feel awkward, and I'm just like, oh god. Alright, continue tomorrow. Well, on Saturday we're doing the last weekly, probably the last weekly Mario speedrunning. Then we might do maybe I'll do it like once a month or something. I don't know, something like that. I do want to try to get a sub 20. I think that will be cool, but I don't know if I'm good enough at the game. And I don't know how much I have to practice for that. I won't have time this Saturday, unfortunately, but you can still stream it and I can watch the VOD. Yeah, or I mean, we can reschedule too if there's some stuff you would like to show me at some point, but we can also do that at some later time. Completely up to you, dude. I've been enjoying the Mario streams. It's been fun. I like it. Because if not, I'll just start playing Elden Ring, and I won't complain if you're like, sure, let's do it next week, and I can play Elden Ring instead on Saturday. I wouldn't be upset about that, Slime Boss. It's up to you. Slime wants you to tag it as comedy so we can laugh at you. What the hell? There are very few things I wanted to show. Do you want to like reschedule to like next week whenever you have time then? And we can do it then? Then I'll just, yeah, sure, let's do that. Sounds good. Yes, I mean, it's Elden Ring DLC on Saturday! Woohoo! Wait, guys, that means we can actually just finish Kentucky Route Zero instead. Let's do that. Next time Slamba teaches us how to speedrun Kentucky Route Zero. So Slamba's gonna turn on the stream and it's just gonna have Mario twerk and it's gonna be Mussy. It's gonna be an emote called Mussy. And then it's just gonna leave. That's Mario, that's the Mario Dusty. Alright, video game people. Love you all, appreciate you all, thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great time. Sounds like we're doing at least if Enda finishes it, he can't say it might have potential anymore. I think I might be interested in watching someone play that game. Like if Jesse Cox played it, I might be interested in watching someone play it and see what they thought about it. But we will be doing Elden Ring on a Saturday then, and on Sunday, and then next week we'll continue our Super Mario speedrun with Samba teaching us some last few things. And following that, I do want to do some Super Mario, so probably we might make like a monthly, like bi-weekly thing. Just until we beat the record or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll do something. But until then, thank you all for being here. Like I said, if you're new here, cheap viewers, bluegrass skarting. What the hell? Thank you to Mikasan for today. Everyone, please go check out Mikasan. I'll be back Saturday regular time, 12:00 North time, MDMD +2. Schedule is on Eastern Block time zones. I'll probably change that to actually say Elden Ring if I can be asked to do so. But it is the right time zones. I look forward to beginning that, and then remember what Elden Ring DLC, which can take 100 hours to 300 hours. I don't know yet. The next big game is going to be Baldur's Gate 3. So we're finally jumping into that. But before that, probably spin the wheel a bit more. Actually, do still have a lot of cool games on that wheel that we could potentially play. But yeah, that's it for me. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Keep thought and falls, and bye-bye.